Hello and welcome to The Wise Senior, your trusted guide to staying healthy, safe, and independent after 60. Tonight's topic may feel a little uncomfortable, but it's one of the most important videos we've ever made. Did you know that a seemingly healthy 74-year-old man passed away in his sleep last night? No prior health warnings, just an ordinary evening that ended in a tragedy. What happened? And could it have been prevented? In this video, we're revealing 4 bedtime habits that could silently be harming your health, increasing the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and even sudden death during sleep. These are common things many older adults do without a second thought. But by the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge you need to sleep smarter, live longer, and wake up feeling more refreshed each day. And stay with us until the very end, because the last habit is something most seniors do every night, and it could be putting them at serious risk. Let's dive in. Let's start with one of the most common and surprisingly risky nighttime habits that many older adults have followed for years without a second thought: eating heavy meals too late at night. Maybe you've always enjoyed a hearty dinner in the evening, or perhaps you've developed the habit of grabbing a rich snack before bed, a bowl of pasta, a sandwich, or even leftovers from dinner. It feels comforting. But after age 70, what once seemed harmless can actually start to work against your body in ways that are both silent and serious. As we get older, our digestive system begins to slow down. The muscles in your stomach and intestines become less efficient, meaning that food stays in your system longer. Late-night eating forces your body to stay active digesting food, exactly when it should be slowing down and preparing for rest. That means instead of focusing on deep restorative sleep, your body is working overtime trying to break down that heavy meal, and that simple shift in function can trigger a cascade of health problems. First, there's acid reflux, or GERD, something that becomes more common with age. When you eat a large meal and then lie down soon after, gravity no longer helps keep stomach acid in its place. This acid can move up into the esophagus, causing that burning sensation in your chest, coughing fits at night, or even choking episodes that wake you up. Repeated exposure to stomach acid can damage the esophageal lining and lead to long-term complications. But the risks go even deeper. Eating late at night can also lead to elevated blood pressure while you sleep, especially if your meal was high in sodium or fat. Studies show that seniors who eat large meals within 2 hours of bedtime are more likely to experience spikes in blood pressure and heart rate overnight. This disrupts the natural slowing of the cardiovascular system that's essential for heart recovery. And when your heart doesn't get that rest, the risk of nighttime heart attack or stroke increases significantly. Let's say you enjoy a burger or heavy rice dish around 9:30 p.m. and head to bed by 10:30. While your mind is trying to relax, your body is still releasing insulin, managing blood sugar, and trying to digest fats. That internal activity keeps your system stimulated, your core temperature elevated, and your heart rate higher than it should be, all of which are barriers to quality sleep. Over time, poor sleep weakens the immune system, impairs memory, and raises the risk of chronic disease. If you live with diabetes or prediabetes, this habit becomes even riskier. A heavy late meal can cause a glucose spike, followed by a crash during the night. This not only disturbs your sleep, it can also cause sweating, dizziness, or nighttime anxiety. Worse, it increases insulin resistance, making it harder to control blood sugar long-term. Then there's the issue of weight gain, particularly around the abdomen. Late-night eating is associated with higher rates of fat accumulation because the calories aren't being used for energy. They're being stored. Over time, this adds to the burden on your joints, heart, and circulatory system. And yet, for many older adults, eating late is part of their routine, often because dinner is when they're most relaxed, or because they've developed irregular eating patterns throughout the day. But the good news is, this habit can be changed, and even small adjustments make a big difference. So what can you do? Start by finishing your last full meal at least 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. For most people, that means aiming for dinner around 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. This gives your body enough time to fully digest before lying down. It also helps your system begin the natural wind-down process for sleep, lowering heart rate, reducing core temperature, and improving melatonin production. If you find yourself hungry later in the evening, it's okay to have a light snack, but the key is choosing the right one. Opt for easily digestible, low-sugar, low-fat options that won't spike your blood sugar or upset your stomach. Here are a few great choices. A small handful of almonds or walnuts, a banana, or a few slices of apple, a cup of chamomile or peppermint tea, a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt, half a slice of whole grain toast with nut butter. These options not only satisfy mild hunger, they also promote calmness and help you sleep more soundly. And here's another helpful tip. Establish a consistent dinner schedule. The more routine your meals become, the better your body can anticipate digestion and rest. Your circadian rhythm, your internal clock, thrives on predictability. When your body knows when to expect food and when to shut down, you're less likely to experience sleep disruptions, digestive upset, or nighttime heart strain. You might be surprised at how quickly your sleep quality improves when you stop eating late. Many seniors who shift to earlier, lighter dinners report waking up feeling less groggy, having fewer nighttime bathroom visits, and even losing stubborn belly weight over time. So tonight, instead of reaching for a bowl of ice cream or a slice of leftover pizza before bed, try making your evening meal a quiet, mindful experience earlier in the evening. Then wind down with tea, soft music, or a light stretch, giving your body the calm and quiet it needs to recharge. Because after 70, your body deserves rest, not a midnight workout trying to digest a heavy meal. Make this simple change, and your heart, your stomach, and your sleep will thank you. We all know that staying hydrated is essential for good health, especially as we age. Water keeps our joints lubricated, helps regulate body temperature, supports brain function, and flushes toxins from the body. But here's a lesser-known truth. Drinking too much liquid, especially in the evening, can actually put your health at risk, particularly after the age of 70. For many older adults, that evening glass of water, tea, or juice may seem harmless, even comforting. But over time, it can become the very reason why they struggle with poor sleep, frequent nighttime waking, and dangerous midnight falls. What's even more concerning is that this habit often goes unnoticed or ignored until it leads to a serious incident. Let's break it down. As we age, the body's ability to manage and store fluids changes. The bladder becomes less elastic, meaning it can't hold as much urine as it once could. Additionally, the signal between your bladder and brain weakens, so the urgency to go becomes more frequent and harder to ignore, especially at night. This condition, known as nocturia, is extremely common in older adults. In fact, over 70% of people over the age of 70 report waking up at least once per night to use the bathroom. For some, it can be 2, 3, or even 4 times. While it might seem like just a minor inconvenience, the long-term consequences are far from minor. Each time you wake up in the middle of the night, your sleep cycle is disrupted. You shift from deep, restorative sleep to a lighter, fragmented pattern. Over time, this affects not only how rested you feel in the morning, but also your overall health. Studies have shown that chronic sleep disruption in older adults is linked to memory problems, impaired focus, and even a higher risk of developing dementia. But it doesn't stop there. Imagine this. It's 2:30 a.m. You've been asleep for a few hours when the sudden urge to urinate wakes you up. You get out of bed quickly, but your blood pressure hasn't had time to adjust. You feel lightheaded, dizzy, maybe even faint for a moment. This is known as orthostatic hypotension, and it's one of the leading causes of nighttime falls in seniors. And the statistics are sobering. More than 1 in 4 seniors falls each year, and a significant portion of those falls happen during late-night trips to the bathroom. A fall in the dark can lead to serious injuries like hip fractures, head trauma, or long-term loss of mobility. For many seniors, it marks the beginning of declining independence. So while hydration is still important, timing is everything. The solution isn't to drink less water altogether. It's to drink more during the earlier part of the day, when your body is more active and better able to manage fluid intake. Aim to get the majority of your hydration in before 4 p.m. Have a full glass of water with breakfast, sip regularly through the morning, and front-load your water intake before dinner. After 6 p.m., it's time to start tapering off. If you do feel thirsty in the evening, take small sips rather than chugging a whole glass. You might also want to switch to herbal teas with mild diuretic properties, like chamomile or ginger. but be sure they don't cause you to urinate more frequently. And avoid any beverages that contain caffeine or alcohol. Both are known to increase urine production and interfere with deep sleep. It's also important to be mindful of hidden fluids in your diet. Many foods, especially fruits like watermelon, oranges, or grapes, contain high water content. Brothy soups, gelatin desserts, and even watery vegetables like cucumbers and lettuce add to your overall fluid intake. If you tend to eat dinner late or include watery foods, this could be contributing to your frequent nighttime bathroom visits without you realizing it. And here's another tip: go to the bathroom twice before bed, first about 30 minutes before you sleep, and then again right before getting into bed. This simple habit can help reduce the volume of urine in your bladder and minimize the chances of waking up too soon. Also, elevate your legs during the evening. When you sit or lie with your legs elevated for a short while before bedtime, you encourage fluid buildup in the lower limbs to return to the circulatory system and be processed earlier, rather than waiting until you're asleep. This small adjustment can reduce nighttime urination significantly. Now let's talk briefly about medications. Some prescriptions, especially those for high blood pressure or heart conditions, have diuretic effects. If you're taking a water pill in the evening, talk to your doctor about adjusting the schedule. Taking these medications earlier in the day can drastically reduce nighttime trips to the bathroom and improve sleep quality. Of course, if you're experiencing extreme thirst at night, frequent urination, or other unusual symptoms, be sure to speak with your healthcare provider. These could be signs of diabetes, urinary tract infections, or other underlying conditions that need medical attention. Ultimately, the goal is balance. Hydration during the day is essential for joint health, kidney function, and mental clarity. But overhydration at night does the opposite. It disrupts your rest, increases your fall risk, and puts unnecessary strain on your heart and brain. So tonight, take a moment to check in with yourself. Are you drinking large amounts of water right before bed? Is your nighttime routine setting you up for restful sleep or broken rest? Your body has changed with age, and your habits need to adjust too. By simply shifting your fluid intake earlier in the day, you protect your sleep, lower your fall risk, and support long-term brain health. Because sometimes what you don't drink before bed is just as important as what you do during the day. A cozy, warm room might feel comforting, especially on a chilly evening. But after the age of 70, that cozy feeling can come at a serious cost. What many older adults don't realize is that sleeping in a room that's too warm can silently impact your heart, disrupt your sleep cycles, and even increase your risk of dehydration and cardiovascular strain, all while you're simply trying to rest. As we age, our bodies undergo numerous changes, and one of the most important is how we regulate temperature. In younger years, your body could efficiently cool itself through sweating, blood vessel dilation, and subtle hormonal shifts. But after 70, that system becomes less responsive. The ability to detect and respond to heat weakens, and your sweat glands don't function as effectively as they once did. That means even a slightly warmer environment can cause your core temperature to rise and stay elevated longer. When your body overheats at night, it sets off a chain reaction that can interfere with deep restorative sleep, the very kind of sleep that's essential for memory, heart health, and immune system function. Instead of drifting into slow-wave sleep, your heart rate stays elevated, your nervous system remains on high alert, and you're more likely to toss and turn throughout the night. And the dangers go beyond just feeling restless. Studies show that sleeping in warm environments can lead to increased nighttime heart rate and blood pressure, especially in seniors. When your body temperature climbs during sleep, your heart has to work harder to cool you down, increasing strain on the cardiovascular system. For older adults with high blood pressure, atrial fibrillation, or other heart conditions, this can quietly raise the risk of serious complications like arrhythmia, stroke, or sudden cardiac events during the night. Another issue: dehydration. Even if you don't feel hot, your body still loses moisture through sweat and respiration. A warm sleeping environment speeds up this process, especially if you're buried under heavy synthetic blankets or wearing thick sleepwear. And since many older adults already drink less water in the evening to avoid nighttime bathroom trips, the risk of going to bed mildly dehydrated and waking up even more so is alarmingly high. Dehydration at night doesn't just make you thirsty. It causes your blood to thicken, your blood vessels to constrict, and your circulation to slow, all of which contribute to morning grogginess, confusion, headaches, and in some cases cardiovascular strain. Let's look at a common example. Take Elaine, a 76-year-old who always liked her bedroom warm and snug. Every night she'd turn the thermostat up to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, wear flannel pajamas, and sleep under a pile of heavy blankets. But despite going to bed early, she often woke up feeling groggy, her heart racing, and her mouth dry. At first she thought it was just part of aging, but after speaking with her doctor, she learned that her sleeping environment was working against her body's natural sleep rhythm. She made some simple changes, setting her thermostat to 65 degrees Fahrenheit, switching to breathable cotton sheets, and wearing lighter pajamas. Within a week, she noticed a significant difference: deeper sleep, fewer nighttime awakenings, and a sense of energy she hadn't felt in months. So what exactly is the ideal sleeping temperature for older adults? Experts recommend keeping the bedroom between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. This slightly cool range allows your body to naturally lower its core temperature as you drift into sleep, a vital part of the sleep cycle. When your surroundings are too warm, your body struggles to achieve this drop in temperature, which keeps you stuck in lighter stages of sleep, leaving you feeling unrefreshed in the morning. Here are a few simple strategies to help cool down your sleeping environment without sacrificing comfort. Use lightweight, breathable fabrics. Swap out synthetic or fleece blankets for natural cotton, bamboo, or linen. These materials allow better airflow and reduce heat retention. Wear lighter sleepwear. Choose moisture-wicking fabrics like cotton or sleep-specific materials designed to keep your skin cool and dry. Keep air circulating. Open a window slightly for natural ventilation or use a quiet fan to keep air moving. This helps regulate temperature and improves air quality. Avoid heating the room unnecessarily. If you're used to turning the heat up before bed, try reducing it gradually over time. A space heater might be useful for warming the room before bed, but shut it off before sleeping. Invest in a cooling pillow or mattress topper. These products are designed to pull heat away from your body and promote better thermal regulation throughout the night. Limit electronics in the bedroom. Devices like televisions, laptops, or even charging phones emit heat and can subtly raise the room temperature. And here's another tip: avoid nightcaps or alcohol before bed. While alcohol may make you feel warm and drowsy at first, it actually disrupts your body's temperature control during the night, leaving you sweating and dehydrated. It also reduces the amount of REM sleep you get, making your sleep less restorative overall. Lastly, don't ignore the signs your body is giving you. If you regularly wake up sweating, thirsty, or feeling restless despite a full night's sleep, consider whether your bedroom might be too warm. Are your sheets breathable? Is your sleepwear trapping heat? Are you keeping the room warmer than it needs to be? Making just one or two small adjustments can dramatically improve your sleep quality, and in turn support better heart health, stronger immune function, and sharper cognition. Sleep isn't just about rest. It's when your body repairs, recovers, and resets. And the environment you sleep in plays a far bigger role in that process than most people realize. After 70, you've earned every bit of peace, comfort, and health possible. Don't let a warm bedroom quietly undermine all the other healthy habits you've worked hard to build. Tonight, try turning the thermostat down just a couple of degrees. Your heart, your brain, and your energy in the morning will thank you. It might seem harmless, even comfortable, but the way you sleep can silently put your health at risk, especially after the age of 70. One of the most overlooked yet important factors affecting sleep quality and cardiovascular health in seniors is sleeping position. Many older adults, out of habit or comfort, sleep on their backs. It's often seen as a neutral or even ideal position. But for those over 70, especially individuals with pre-existing heart, lung, or circulation issues, sleeping on the back can actually make things worse. When you lie flat on your back, gravity causes your tongue and soft palate to collapse backward, especially during deep sleep. This narrows the airway and can lead to obstructive sleep apnea, a condition in which breathing repeatedly stops and starts throughout the night. Sleep apnea doesn't always come with loud snoring or dramatic symptoms. Sometimes, it's as subtle as waking up feeling unrested, with a dry mouth or experiencing brief gasps for air that you don't even remember. Even more concerning is the impact that poor sleep posture can have on the heart. When airflow is restricted, oxygen levels in the blood decrease. In response, the heart has to work harder to supply the body with enough oxygen. For seniors, especially those with high blood pressure or a history of heart conditions, this additional strain can increase the risk of nighttime heart arrhythmias, chest pain, or even more serious complications over time. Let's look at a real-life example. Eugene, a 76-year-old retired piano teacher from Colorado, had always slept on his back. It was his default position since he was a teenager. But over the past year, he began to experience strange symptoms, waking up feeling dizzy, frequent daytime fatigue, and even episodes of shortness of breath that seemed to have no cause. His wife started to notice that he would sometimes stop breathing for a few seconds in the middle of the night, then gasp and roll over. At first, Eugene dismissed it as normal aging, but after a particularly difficult morning where he woke up feeling like he hadn't slept at all, he spoke to his doctor, who referred him to a sleep clinic. A sleep study revealed that Eugene had moderate obstructive sleep apnea, and his sleep position was a major contributing factor. The solution wasn't complicated. His doctor recommended he try sleeping on his left side. Why the left side specifically? It's because this position has multiple benefits for older adults. Improved circulation. Sleeping on the left side promotes better blood flow and allows the heart to pump more efficiently. Enhanced digestion. Gravity helps food move more easily through the digestive tract in this position, reducing the risk of acid reflux or heartburn during the night. Less pressure on the heart. Unlike lying on the right side or back, the left side reduces pressure on the vena cava, the large vein that returns blood to the heart, supporting overall cardiovascular function. Within a few weeks of switching positions, Eugene noticed a remarkable difference. He felt more alert in the morning, had more energy throughout the day, and the gasping episodes his wife had observed disappeared. He used a body pillow to help keep himself in place and began sleeping more soundly than he had in years. Now, if you're someone who struggles to stay on your side during sleep, you're not alone. Many people naturally roll onto their back during the night. This is where small tools can make a big difference. A body pillow, or even placing a firm pillow behind your back, can prevent you from rolling over. Side sleeping wedges or orthopedic cushions designed for seniors can also help align the spine and hips, making the position more comfortable and sustainable. For those with joint pain, adding a pillow between your knees while sleeping on your side can relieve pressure on your lower back and hips. It's not just about safety, it's about comfort and longevity. There's another hidden risk to sleeping on your back. It can increase fluid retention in the lower limbs or lungs, particularly in seniors with heart failure or kidney issues. In these cases, lying flat can contribute to overnight congestion, shortness of breath, and morning fatigue. By simply changing your position, you reduce these risks and give your body a better chance to repair and restore itself during rest. Here's one more reason to consider switching. Left side sleeping can help prevent nighttime acid reflux, which is another common issue for older adults. When you sleep on your right side or back, the esophagus is positioned in a way that allows stomach acid to flow upward more easily. But on your left side, the stomach sits lower, helping gravity keep the acid down. This leads to fewer episodes of heartburn, coughing, or waking up with a sore throat. If you've been waking up feeling groggy, unrefreshed, or noticing symptoms like shortness of breath, brain fog, or frequent urination at night, your sleep position might be the hidden culprit. So tonight, try this simple shift. Lie on your left side with a soft pillow supporting your head and neck. Place a second pillow between your knees, and if needed, use a small cushion behind your back to stay in place. Over time, your body will adjust to this new habit, and the health benefits could be profound. It's a small change, but it might be one of the most important adjustments you can make to protect your heart, your breathing, and your overall quality of sleep after 70. As we grow older, the little things we once overlooked can have a major impact on our well-being, and sleep position is one of them. After 70, your body changes in subtle but important ways. Your lungs may not expand as easily, circulation can slow, and your heart may need a bit more support during the night. Sleeping on your back while once comfortable can now restrict breathing, reduce oxygen levels, and even contribute to heart strain. But the good news is this: with one simple shift, you can protect your heart, breathe more easily, and wake up feeling truly rested. By choosing to sleep on your left side, using supportive pillows, and paying attention to how your body feels in the morning, you're giving yourself a better chance at deeper, safer sleep. This isn't about making drastic changes. It's about small, thoughtful adjustments that promote health and independence. Sleep is when your body repairs, heals, and prepares for the day ahead. Give it the best possible conditions. Tonight, be intentional. Protect your future with a better night's rest, because real strength after 70 starts with the quiet choices you make when no one's watching. Now, we want to hear from you. Which of these habits surprised you the most? What will you try changing tonight? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. It really helps this community grow. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss what's coming next from the Wise Senior. Thank you for watching, and sleep well tonight.